Hi everyone, and welcome back to another reading. In this reading, we're looking at what wish is coming true for you next and how. So for this reading, I prepared 3 different pre-shuffled oracle piles, and the rest of the shuffling with the tarot is going to be happening on camera. So without further ado, let's introduce the piles. We have pile number 1, when you're neither here nor there. Pile number 2, time to dance around the sun. And pile number 3, what the sunbeams have to show. So without further ado, please select your pile based on your intuition, and I will see you in your reading. Bye! Hi everyone, if you selected pile number 1, or when you're neither here nor there, this is going to be your reading about what wish is coming true for you next and how. Let's reveal your oracle cards. When you're neither here nor there. Seems like it's going to be a transitional time in your life. Perhaps you're making a leap of faith. We'll see. We have slow it down. We also have the moon's reflection, accept responsibility. Let's reveal your astrology cards. We have Mars in Leo with egotism. We have Sun in Aquarius with idealism. And we have Mars in Scorpio with revenge. Wow, do you guys see how this figure, this hero, is depicted decapitating their enemy, and then this small figure is bringing them kind of a token of success here. So this is a massive achievement here with this energy. Look at all of this. All of these are fixed signs. Wow, a lot of powerful energy going on here. Maybe your wish is really, really massive. All right, let's see. We have 10 of Swords. I know that these are tarot cards, but honestly, they're so hard to read as tarot. And I really like the artwork, so I just wanted to include them. And we have Seer of Water. Like, isn't this artwork beautiful? Very interesting. All right, pile number 1. Let's get into your tarot cards and see what wish is coming true for you next and how. We have 7 of Swords. We have 2 of Pentacles. Wow, okay, I see the correlation here with 2 of Pentacles. Accept responsibility, but neither here nor there, right? There's this duality energy to their reading. And we have Mother of Cups. All right, let's get 3 more cards. We have the Devil. We have Daughter of Cups. And we have 7 of Wands. All right, pile number 1. What wish is coming true for you next and how? So with 10 of Swords beginning your reading here, it's clear to me that there is an end of a cycle and a beginning of a new one, much more fulfilling and emotional one. Your wish that is coming true for you is a feeling of fulfillment and authenticity. Basically, what is happening is you are becoming the main character in your life. If you have been manifesting a glow up, if you have been manifesting, getting rooted in your personal power, if you have been really, trying to ask yourself questions like, what do I want authentically from this life? How do I embody that? Your massive manifestation or wish that is coming true is you meeting yourself for the first time. And let me show you what I'm seeing here. With Mars in Leo, Sun in Aquarius, and Mars in Scorpio here, clearly you're ready to become the main character of your life. You're ready to prioritize yourself. You're ready to not settle for anything whatsoever, and you're ready to kind of come out of your hiding and show people what you got. Okay, you're ready for that revenge. And I'm not necessarily talking about you feeling vengeful or you doing it for revenge, but there's an element of basically people being jealous of you because you are just such an embodiment of true authentic power, right? And that's obviously a very scary thing for people in your life who might be operating from lower levels of consciousness. So because you are having this massive glow up, because you're stepping into your power, there are definitely people who are feeling pressed about it, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. And that oftentimes happens when we transition to a totally new level of consciousness, to a totally new feeling of life, when you are really becoming rooted in your power and in your happiness. Obviously, people who are lost, people who are operating from, a very low place in their own consciousness and journey, they don't like that, right? Because you're embodying someone that they wish they could be, and they understand on a soul level that they could be that too. But instead of like recognizing that in you and respecting that, they are just projecting this jealousy on you. So what I have here is basically pile number one: you are about to be that girl or that boy or that non-binary king, queen, royalty figure, you know what I mean? You are ready to really get rooted in your power, because we have only the fixed signs here. I would say that fixed signs are the signs that are the most rooted in their sense of identity, and they really know what they want from life. So this is a very specific message. Obviously, if you have been feeling like you don't know what's going on, but like you don't really know yourself that well, maybe you feel like you have had issues with your identity throughout your life, a lot of the times when you have significant Neptune placements, Pisces placements, Libra placements too, because that's me, we can have identity issues throughout our life just because we're so eager to take on other people's energy that sometimes it confuses us about what we believe and what they believe, who we are, who they are, what we want, what they want. We start chasing and looking for things that are not ours. We start feeling like this dissociation from who we truly are. And yeah, this is a beautiful message, pile number one. You're ending a cycle of feeling very disconnected from yourself, feeling very disconnected from your emotions here, feeling very just out of touch with your authentic self into a full embodiment of power here. And that is happening because you are accepting responsibility and really rising like a warrior here. With Seven of Swords here, Seven of Swords is a card of, planning out and executing and having the willpower to push through the situation or push through the challenge, whatever it might be. And the devil clarifying it to me really tells me that the reason why you've struggled with your identity in the past has to deal with just fear being ingrained within your physical body. So likely what had happened is basically you have internalized some sort of trauma to the point where it became a part of your nervous system, right? A lot of the times when we don't process emotions well, they sink into our physical bodies, and then we start having physical body issues, mental health issues, we start just feeling like there's a disconnect because our body is indicating to us that there's something wrong, like we're not really embodying who we are. We're trying to be someone we're not. Well, get ready to get out of your cocoon here and really move towards an emotionally fulfilling time in your life. In one way or another, pile number one, it seems like you have been disconnected from your emotional side, okay? So you might be the type of person who has really always had a brave face on no matter what they've gone through. You might be the kind of person who, really never bothered people with expression of your emotions. Maybe you're even the kind of person who doesn't really cry in front of people. Maybe you don't tell people what you're going through just because you have been so consciously aware throughout your whole life. And you know, sometimes when we are so psychic, so in tune, so consciously aware throughout our lifetime, then sometimes it makes it really difficult to share our issues or our pains with people around us, right? Because if they're operating from lower levels of consciousness, which often happens, especially in our youth, right? If we had to come in and deal with some karma, then how are we going to tell them anything? It's like there's nothing the other party can tell you that you already don't know, right? Because it seems like objectively maybe you have gaslit yourself from your emotions. Like this really gives me a feeling of someone who was like, all right, like I'm taking responsibility for my emotions, and whenever you feel anything at all, instead of like actually feeling it, you're just like, okay, everything is fine, I understand why it happened, and you try to kind of quickly move past it. But it's not true. It really sinks into your consciousness, and that's what had caused your identity kind of split here. But finally, you're accepting responsibility for your own healing in one way or another. You're really rising into the birth of true you. So it seems like if you have been doing a lot of spiritual practices to connect to your authentic self, to embody your authentic self, to step onto your destined path, this is all happening now. And what is occurring here is basically you're lighting up, right? You're lighting up in the midst of darkness. So pile number one, if you have been going through quite a lot recently, congratulations, you're done with this painful cycle. Okay, 10 of Swords is the end of the cycle, and it seems like this darkness is precisely what really allowed you to find your light. You know, a lot of the times, if you are interested in beautiful spiritual poetry, Rumi is one of my favorite authors, or poets I should say, in the world, and he oftentimes talks about finding light in the darkness, right? In one way or another, it seems like the wish that is coming true for you next is you are finally healing something, massively healing something within yourself. Basically, you're getting out of the shadow period internally, and thus, of course, external manifestations will follow. But your blessing is specified as a internal kind of transformation here, because I think this is what has been the most important to you. Like you truly understand that, okay, yes, I can manifest these good things to come into my life, but if I am still struggling with accepting myself, if I am still resisting who I am or what I present to this world, then what is the point of getting any manifestations, right? I can't enjoy them, I can't be present because I'm still dealing with some sort of a darkness energy here. Well, congratulations. The wish that is coming true is you are finally finding balance, you're finding your inner strength, you're becoming the main character in your life. And what is stressed here is your emotional fulfillment and strength. Pile number one, it seems to me that you have really put your emotions down into your body for a long time, and you decided not to address it until you kind of started realizing, all right, like maybe this painful cycle has to deal with my past. I am seeing that you've done the shadow work, and what is happening next is you're getting in touch with who you truly are, and that is the Mother of Cups, the emotional leader, someone who really understands compassion, kindness, someone who is really rooted in their sense of intuition, someone who really recognizes that emotions are not necessarily something to just discredit, right? But they are tools as well, just like our mind is, and you can utilize it accordingly. Congratulations, I literally see you looking up to the sky and crying because you're so thankful that the cycle is over. And honestly, like I'm getting a little bit emotional in this reading. I don't know why, but All right, I don't know why I got so emotional here, pile number one, but it seems like truly the cycle that you've been through has been very long, because this is 10 of swords, right? You've been keeping some sort of a shadow inside of you, some sort of a pain or emotion inside of you, and it needed to be released. It needed to be really cleansed out of you, you know? And yeah, congratulations, pile number one. My gosh, I don't know where this waterfall is coming from. But get ready to finally feel like you're you. Get ready to feel excited about every single day, because honestly, like, I've been through this transition. I'm actually just coming out of this transition. I think that's why this is so sensitive to me, is because once you see what you feel like on the other side, this will be unbelievable to you, pal number one, because you've been so disconnected for so long that it seems like you've forgotten who you are. And that kind of longing to merge with yourself, that is painful. It is painful. Your soul was just urging you, please merge with me, please recognize my pain, please recognize my suffering. Okay, I'm getting my ish together. But it seems like this is like the first reading that I'm doing on YouTube that really caused me to be so emotional. But yeah, definitely, pile number one, if you're dealing with really heavy energy, a release is coming too. A release is coming soon, and you're ready to move from a cycle of, you know, internal torture into the cycle of really seeing the light. Congratulations, you're ready to really get rooted in your emotional power. And I mean, this is very wonderful news. You are finally healing something absolutely massive, and I want to applaud you for all of your attempts and all of your strength to take this on, because I know that this is difficult. I know how difficult this can be when you look around and you see people who, you know, are so much less conscious than you are putting so much less effort into their internal personal growth journey than you are, but it seems like there's no blockages within the external world for them. So it's frustrating, and you are like, well, am I wasting time on all this stupid spirituality stuff? Am I wasting time on this shadow stuff? You know, no, you're not, because you need to release that. You need to really release that, okay? So yeah, congratulations, pal number one. The wish that is coming true for you next is this massive healing. And obviously, once you're done with this cycle of internal pain, you will forever be done with it. That shadow is being released. I think this is the energy that you've been carrying with you maybe for several lifetimes, and maybe it even multiplied with your childhood and your youth. But yeah, pal number one, thank you so much for doing this reading with me. I am really sorry, you know, if you've experienced a lot of pain in your life. This earth experience can be really difficult, right? It can be just difficult by default, by you recognizing that there are other people suffering. And if you're an empath, that is in itself a torture to know that, right? Anyway, I want to tell you that there are only more beautiful times ahead, and this release, if you've been doing a lot of shadow work, if you've been trying to, you know, do breath work, do meditations, just shed this karmic darkness. Finally, that is happening for you. Thank you so much, pal number one. If you liked this video, if you resonated with it, first and foremost, I'm sorry that you resonated with the pain here, and congratulations, because it seems like finally this darkness is being released, and I can see you looking up to the sky and just, you know, you're just crying tears of relief, because you finally recognize that that part of your life is over, and now you can be you for the first time, perhaps in a long time. So yeah, pal number one, thank you so much for doing this reading with me. If you liked it, please give it a like. If you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi everyone, and if you selected pile number 2, or time to dance around the sun, this is going to be your reading about what wish is coming true next and how. So let's reveal the rest of your oracle cards. Time to dance around the sun. Definitely time to celebrate. All right. Let's reveal these first. We have new moon beginnings. Wow. Seems like there are beginnings surrounding your material situation, surrounding your actual physical location perhaps, because we have a root chakra and solar plexus chakra colors here. All right, let's see. We have void moon, do nothing. All right, let's see. We have Scout of Earth. These are actually tarot cards, but I use them as oracle cards because honestly they are so hard to interpret when they are used as tarot cards. And we have Scout of Air. Interesting. Scout of Earth and Scout of Air. Definitely a lot of masculine energy here. All right, let's reveal your astrology cards and see. We have Sun in Scorpio with endurance. We have Mercury in Sagittarius with discovery. I think I'm gonna move one of the cards here. And finally, we have Mars in Virgo with criticism. Endurance, discovery, and criticism. Interesting. All right, pile number 2. Let's get your tarot card so we can see more clearly what wish is coming true for you next and how. What wish is coming true for pile number 2? What wish is coming true? 4 of Swords. What wish is coming true and how? The Empress. What wish is coming true next for pile number 2? We have 6 of Pentacles. Wow, wonderful, wonderful energy so far. And let's get 3 more cards. What wish is coming true for pile number 2? We have the Fool. What wish is coming true for pile number 2? What wish is coming true? The Devil. This is interesting. And we have 7 of Swords. Okay, pile number 2. I reorganized your cards just so that I can channel a little bit more clearly. Let's get straight into the interpretation of your cards. So we have Time to Dance around the Sun here, right? And it comes with the numbers 3 and 7, basically a completion of a cycle. And obviously we have a confirmation here with new beginnings. Pile number 2, your wish that is coming true next is an unexpected opportunity coming your way with 4 of Cups here that is allowing you to start absolutely fresh. New page, new start here. You have been manifesting some sort of an opportunity to be a creative leader in your life. I don't know why the theme keeps occurring in so many of my readings. I honestly think that the side of psychics and artists is very much like the same side of the coin, you know what I mean? But there's definitely a message of you embodying your creativity with the Empress here, right? Because this is the manifestation of your wish, and this is what's coming towards you. You are going to receive an opportunity that you don't see because you're in the dark, right? You're in the dark with 4 of your cups, and there's light. There's this new abundant energy coming your way that is going to allow you to be in a position of a leader in some creative sense. So if you have been really manifesting an opportunity to come your way, there's definitely a confirmation here. Now this card number 3 here, represents why and how this manifestation is occurring. And with 6 of Pentacles coming out here, it's clear that this is occurring as a result of positive karma. Basically, the wheel of karma had turned and now it's your turn to get your coin, to get your opportunity, to get your abundance and all of your good karma to come back. So pile number 2, every single time that you have done something good that was unnoticed, every single time that you've turned your cheek, every single time you were the more conscious person, where you chose to be more conscious, more kind, more compassionate, every single time you couldn't stand up for yourself and allowed certain mistreatment to take place towards you just because you couldn't retaliate in the same way that the other party could, that is finally being paid back to you. Because Six of Pentacles is obviously the card of basically divine grace, right? It's the moment when you receive something outside of your conscious control, okay? It's something that is just granted to you by the universe. So the wish that's coming true next is a new massive beginning for a new creative journey that's going to allow you to really be rooted in your position of power as a creative leader. And this is coming as a result of divine grace. Basically, the universe is just giving back to you the energy that you have been putting out all of these years. Now, with the Devil card clarifying the Empress, I just want to mention this was honestly a similar theme to pile number 1, but there is a message of you receiving a wish of being in this creative power. Like, maybe, let me just make an example. Let's say that you are someone who has been writing their whole life and you want to get published, and maybe all of your attempts to get published haven't been successful. This time around, someone is coming in and is like, yo, like, I have heard from this one agent about your book. I would love to represent you. Can we please sign a contract? And then you basically receive a contract with a publisher, you get a huge advance, and you're just getting all of the benefits from your creative work. Basically, this has to deal with something extremely creative with the Empress here. Obviously, this could be a business enterprise, because business enterprises are an act of creative forces, right? But here with the Devil, as I was saying, the Devil basically represents an illusion and a warning here, right? So when you do get into this position of power, I just want to let you know that it's likely that you're going to experience some fear or some anxiety in regards to the position. Now, it's not because the position is not everything that you've asked for, right? But it's precisely because it's everything that you've asked for. So basically, I think it's very common for our ego to ask for some sort of a wish or a manifestation and to pray for it and to be like, yes, I really, really want it. And then you get exactly that, right? And then your ego starts freaking out because now you're afraid of losing it, right? With the ego that is only designed to protect us, a lot of the times the fear kicks in, right? So there is a message here with the Devil that you need to be really careful as you transition into this creative leadership position, because it will kind of trigger fear within you. And the reason why it triggers fear within you is because I think I say this in pretty much all of my videos, but when we transition from one quality of life to another, right, it doesn't just happen overnight. Our consciousness just doesn't adjust from being in one place to a completely new life like overnight. Our consciousness is such a complex system, right, that it holds on to a lot of past memories, it holds on to a lot of past experiences, and obviously, whenever a change occurs in a material level, our consciousness has to adjust to it. And a lot of the times when we receive something that's too good to be true, as per se, our consciousness starts panicking because we're trying to control the outcome. The ego is always trying to control the outcome. So I just want to give you a heads up when this manifestation occurs, when you do get offered this position of power in a creative field, please understand that you will have to adjust to this position, even though this is everything that you've ever asked for, and absolutely this is beautiful, beautiful manifestation of your desire. It might cause some anxiety or some stress to you just because you're adjusting to a new energy. And whenever our ego is in the unknown, it doesn't know how to predict the outcome, and thus it doesn't know how to build a comfort zone out of our new zone, right? It's going to take some time. So yeah, pile number 2, I mean, congratulations. Clearly you're moving towards reaping the benefits of all of the good things that you've done in the past. Now, I want to talk about your oracle cards here with Mercury in Sagittarius and discovery, with Sun in Scorpio with endurance, and Mars in Virgo with criticism. Clearly, there is some sort of an energy. The reason why I separated these two and I was called to put this up there, right, is because of the connection between the endurance and criticism here. I think pile number 2, you had to go through a lot in your life in terms of other people's opinions being pushed down your throat, okay? There's some sort of a message of you having to endure other people's opinions and criticism, and people pointing finger at you as the black sheep, maybe of the family. That's what I'm hearing, as a black sheep of the family. Perhaps you were always different from everyone else, and perhaps you didn't really fit in into a lot of different circles, and perhaps you really felt ostracized or pushed into the corner in one way or another. But clearly, pile number 2, you're ready to discover your new life here with discovery. Sagittarius is the most adventurous sign. You're ready for an adventure. There might be some international travel going on, or just you traveling over bodies of water too in order to receive this opportunity, or as you receive this opportunity you might be traveling quite a bit. There's definitely a theme of you just stepping into a new life, and a life that is much more adventurous and much more creative than the one that you had lived before. Now, with 7 of Swords being here, clarifying the 6 of Pentacles, the reason why you're receiving this divine grace at the time basically is because you've proven the character building within you. You've already proven to the divine, and I think that had happened quite recently, that you are truly looking for satisfaction on a level that is not just material, or you're not looking for satisfaction that people in lower levels of consciousness are looking for. You're looking for true fulfillment. You're looking to really be in a position of power as a creative force, because this is who you are. You were meant to really channel this energy of the divine, of the ether, into some sort of a creative pursuit here with Scout of Air and Scout of Earth. This dichotomy here really makes me feel like you're grabbing something from the divine, right, and pulling it back to earth and making it material. Clearly, you are a very, very creative person, someone who is able to channel truth into their creative pursuit. So I don't know what you guys are doing. Obviously, for everyone it is very different, but clearly, honestly, I would be extremely surprised to know, pile number 2, if you don't know about your psychic abilities yet, because clearly with the Scout of Air here, you have like a direct link to source. You're able to pull ideas from the sky or from the ether and materialize him. And that's why we have this dichotomy of up and down here. You're able to channel, and wow, I mean, this is absolutely beautiful energy here. With 7 of Swords here coming out alongside endurance here, this really gives me a feeling that you really had to show strength of character throughout your life journey. And likely that's because you've always been different. Maybe you've always been psychic or artistic, doesn't matter. You've always been connected to the source more so than other people have been. And likely that has been very difficult, because obviously it makes other people not understand how we perceive this reality, right? I really honestly relate to this whole theme of endurance and criticism here. I think when we are born as quite enlightened, as per se, or when we're born with certain levels of consciousness that are higher than, let's say, our family members or people in our community, people who surround us, right? That can be very difficult, because in the end of the day, you can't even go to grown-ups for help, right? That's how, honestly, I felt a lot throughout my childhood. I felt like I would look at the actions of adults around me and I would think like, how are they acting in this manner? Why can't they see the truth of the situation? And this can be extremely difficult, and it can feel like you've really overcome something, because obviously there are all kinds of forces pointing fingers at you and saying you're the black sheep, you're the one who is wrong, you're the one who is different. You know what this gives me? I don't know if you guys are on TikTok. Okay, I'm gonna be so random right now, but have you been seeing like the Kim Kardashian and Kourtney Kardashian phone call? I know this is so random. I've just been getting it a lot and I listened to it and it was horrific to me. Like, I completely understand Kourtney, and Kim seems to be the person who is always like, well, we are always confused about why you are acting this way. She's making it seem like the whole family is against Kourtney, right? Because she's so different and because she wants different things. So this really gives me the same feeling where you're just like after your own fulfillment and everyone is like, look at her, what is she doing? How about she does this or that, right? I don't know. I think I'm feeling this on a personal level. Pile number 2. But yeah, pile number 2. The reason why I got this void moon and do nothing card is basically because you've already wrapped up a cycle, okay? I just want to say that. If you feel like you really need to continue enduring, don't worry, you don't need to. Okay, I understand that a lot of the times when we transition from one life into a new beginning, sometimes things slow down energetically and then our consciousness starts questioning whether the change is going to happen. Please don't question your manifestation, your wish. You're getting your new beginning here. Whatever it is you're inquiring about, please don't worry, pile number 2. Clearly you're getting your happy ending of this cycle and you're ready to receive this unexpected opportunity, right? 4 of Cups is always presented as a cup being given to someone who is kind of bored in their life and he does not see the cup coming. And the cup comes from the ether, which basically indicates that it is a manifestation of either destined energy or of your conscious energy of manifestation, or both, right? So you're finally getting your new start here. You're finally moving past the cycle that felt heavier. And now, as I said, the reason why I got the do nothing card here is because you don't need to really push or endure anymore. Your only suggestion here is focus on your joy, focus on envisioning your future here, and do nothing basically. So I'm not getting a feeling that this wish that is coming true, it's like you working hard and you're making this wish come true for yourself. No, okay? You're receiving an unexpected opportunity as a result of you proving your character. Basically, you've already established the strength of character for you to transition into this lifestyle, and you've already proved enough that you're able to endure whatever it might be. You're moving from an end of a cycle into an entirely new cycle, and it will allow you to have a new beginning, a new very joyful beginning that will make you dance. You know, I can see you dancing and celebrating with your loved ones just because you're finally feeling like you are in a place where you belong. You're finally receiving some sort of an opportunity that you're manifesting to be a creative force, a creative leader in your life. And what do we know about the Empress? We have the same theme going on here. The Empress is a channel, right? We're seeing this in the pink here, but she's also very much rooted. The wish that you're inquiring about is coming true, and it is coming true forever. Now, pile number 2, I will tell you that I can't really tell you how exactly your wish is coming true. I know that I said that I would channel this in this reading, but because this came as divine grace, I really don't want to look into it. You know, I'm seeing that you're receiving it as divine grace, so it's meant to be a surprise. You're meant to experience this kind of an unexpected turn of events where you're like, whoa, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to do anything. I just received, you know what I mean? So keep your hand open, like with the Scout of Air. Keep your aura open to really receive right now, because you're ready for this new beginning here. So yeah, pile number 2. I mean, this is pretty exciting. You're ready for a manifestation of a big dream to be in creative energy, and clearly, I mean, it seems like it allows you to have maybe even a global reach here with the world. here, or maybe it allows you to travel as much as you want. There's definitely a theme of you being able to be as adventurous as you would like to be, at the same time while being rooted in your position of power as a creative force. So yeah, pile number 2, congratulations. Your wish to be a creative leader in one way or another is coming true. I'm sorry I can't tell you how. It's meant to be a surprise because you're going to receive it as the divine grace. All right, pile number 2. I think this is all that I see here. Thank you so much for doing this reading with me. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, please subscribe to the channel. And obviously, I hope to see you in the next one. Please also update me when you receive this, if you remember. Okay, thank you. Bye. Hi there, everyone. If you selected pile number 3, or what the sunbeams have to show, this is going to be your reading about what wish is coming true for you next and how. So what the sunbeams have to show, 9 being the end of a cycle. It seems like you're being led intuitively and through synchronicity. Let's see, we have Quicksilver Moon with changes. Honestly, pile number 3, I would be surprised if you're not expecting a change and transformation in your life. And we have Moonflower with Take a Risk. Let's see what we have here. We have Scout of Fire. Beautiful. These are tarot cards, but I use them as oracle cards because honestly, I just have beef with the way that the tarot of them is, but I really love the artwork. And we have number 12, which is an equivalent to Strength card. Definitely some sort of an integration of the shadow happening here. All right, let's get your astrological cards. We have Venus in Aquarius with detachment. We have Venus in Scorpio with secrets. And we have Mars in Libra with choice. All right, there's a lot going on here. Let me just move them maybe over here. Okay, we'll see. I might reorganize them. I've done so in the different piles. Let's get your tarot cards to see what wish is coming true for you next. What wish is coming true for pile number 3? We have Son of Wands. What wish is coming true with pile number 3 next? We have the Hanged Man. What wish? We have the World. Beautiful. What wish is coming true? Okay. We have Mother of Pentacles. We have Ace of Cups. What wish is coming true for pile number 3 next? And we have the Chariot. Okay, wow, beautiful energies. All right, pile number 3, I reorganized your cards a little bit, and let's get straight into your reading. So the wish that is coming true for you is represented by the Son of Wands here, and funny enough, it's a wish that you are making come true basically by following your enthusiasm and joy and taking a risk here. It's clear to me that right now, pile number 3, you are being guided towards a destined path, towards a destined change by synchronicity. And honestly, I've been in those places in my life where that had happened, and this is beautiful, beautiful energy. Basically, pile number 3, wake up in the morning and just tell yourself, I'm ready to receive the signs, because you will be. The universe or the divine or your spirit guides, whatever it is you interact with spiritually, is communicating to you and kind of leaving you breadcrumbs towards some sort of a creative pursuit here that is going to result in an upgrade in your social status. So not only are you getting some sort of an exciting creative pursuit here, but also you're getting getting an upgrade financially. Now, I am not sure whether this upgrade financially just happens because you've decided to go on this exciting journey. You know what I mean? Maybe you're like, all right, I'm done. I want to be a TikToker now. And you start doing something on TikTok, and then your TikTok explodes and you start getting paid and it becomes your career, right? Or it could be that you're following through on an exciting journey, and then all of a sudden another opportunity comes in and tells you like, hey, this is a way for you to upgrade your finances. But either way, it's a result of you trusting the synchronicity and of you following with your excitement here. With Mars being in Libra, right? Number 7, this is a spiritual card that tells you that you have to make a fated choice here. You have to really detach yourself emotionally from the situation, with detachment here, because this is Aquarius, right? This is not a very emotional sign, let's just say that. It's a very unique sign who is very in touch with their own inner strength and power and uniqueness, and an energy of rebellion, an energy of moving against social norms and expectations. So it seems like you're just done with living under the constructs of society, and you're ready to create a much more exciting life for yourself. Now, with secrets being here, again, I'm interpreting it as you keeping this project secret from most people, you know what I mean? Just because, well, perhaps you don't want other people's energy to mess with it, you know? I don't know why, but it seems like you're not really telling people about where your intuition is guiding. You're just kind of doing your thing. You're trying to detach from the outcome. You're doing your best. And yes, pile number 3, you are receiving the benefits of taking this risk. This really feels to me like you have integrated the shadow and you're finally ready to move forward with the change here. With Scout of Fire being here, right? This is an energy of being connected to the spirit. You are channeling the spirit. You're really, really connected to the source now, and you're making a choice that was destined for you to make with following this creative or joyful excitement, whatever it might be. So pile number 3, let's take a look at this Hanged Man card being clarified by Ace of Cups. So what this tells me is basically you decide to pull yourself out of the darkness, to take a risk and make this change in your life. You decide to make a conscious choice to move towards your destiny. You're keeping it to yourself. You're really just, following the guidance of the universe, and it leads you to complete shift of perspective and the end of the cycle. Once you start following your excitement, once you start following your joy, you will find yourself in a place of emotional fulfillment. You will find yourself in a place where your cup is full and your perspective on life, on your situation, on who you are is totally shifted upside down. The Hanged Man is very much a spiritual card that tells us usually about a pause in our life that makes us completely rewrite our narrative, right? In your case, I'm really not interpreting it as a pause, but rather just a shift in perspective, like a 180 shift in your perspective of what this world is. Now, this World card here represents why these changes are occurring and how. And channeling is funny, because tarot cards are always telling us what we need to hear. Basically, the reason why this change is occurring is because you wrapped up a cycle. You're done with the old cycle. You've left the old you behind. You're ready for change. And how is it happening? You're orchestrating this wish. You're making this wish come true, okay? Pile number 3. And this is a different theme from pile number 2. Oh man, to be honest, I don't remember pile number 1, but this is a different theme here. You are the one who's orchestrating this change because you're so connected to the source energy here. You're really in your magician power. So truly, pile number 3, please don't be scared to take a risk of, I know it's easier said than done. Don't be scared to take a risk. Don't worry, no problem, no issues there, right? But yeah, I understand that it might be very, very scary, but you're taking this risk because you are following through with synchronicity. And in the end of the day, when you listen to your heart-centered being, when you listen to synchronicity, when you follow your intuition, that's not a risk at all. It's only a risk from a perspective of your ego here. You're ready to just integrate your shadow. You're ready to be out of a cycle here with the world and for you to move forward. Again, the Chariot is a card in tarot that really represents a conscious choice. There are obviously a lot of cards in tarot that don't represent a conscious choice, that represent an energy that you might be battling with or an energy of your external circumstance, right? But Chariot is one of those cards that really shows that you are the one who is balancing the masculine and the feminine aspect, right? Because the Chariot is usually represented as a card that's being moved by a white and a black force, which represents the merging of intuition and masculine quality of action, right? So this all tells me that you are the one who is making this wish come true, okay? And this is what's happening here. All I can tell you that it's a very innocent, very childlike energy of enthusiasm, of being connected to spirit, and of following your heart. This has little to do with you organizing and having a strategic plan about fulfillment of this dream, and it has everything to do with you randomly following your enthusiasm, randomly following with your creative ideas, and then seeing that they hit. They land, you're really getting the results of doing that, and that's because the cycle is over. So if you've tried, maybe you've tried being a social media person, for instance, if this is your wish, maybe you're asking about being famous on a platform, right? If this is your wish, this is just an example. Maybe you've tried that before, but the energy has been blocked before because there has been an imbalance between your masculine and your feminine. Well, whatever it is you've done in these past recent months, clearly you are now in a clear energy for yourself to make this choice and to move towards your destiny and completion of a cycle here. Now, I do want to say that there is a message of trying to detach from the outcome here with detachment here. Just follow your enthusiasm, pile number 3. I know that's easier said than done when we all have bills to pay, but obviously you don't have to embody this energy drastically, right? You don't have to quit your job and immediately start a new journey. All this card, Son of Wands, represents is allow the joyful energy in. It will guide you. Right now, it's not the time for you, pile number 3, to have like a perfect plan to execute how to fulfill your dreams. I rarely discourage people from action, and it's not like action is not stressed here. Clearly, you're the one who is taking on this action, this change, right? So you are acting, but your most important message here is allow this fiery energy of childlike enthusiasm to really guide you, because right now, pile number 3, you are making this choice to follow through with some sort of excitement, right? And just you making the choice and you admitting to yourself like, yeah, you know what? I'm done living like this. I know what I want, and I'm not going to find fulfillment otherwise. I really need to honor that. You making that confident choice in following through with your dream, clearly it is landing you not only an upgrade in your status, but also a full cup, full emotional cup, okay? You're feeling really happy about this change of perspective in particular. So yeah, pile number 3, clearly you are moving towards a much easier time. I understand that in your case, it requires to make a commitment or a choice to really honor your creativity, really honor your enthusiasm, really honor your childlike, curiosity towards something that's pulling you. And yeah, that may be difficult because we're so used to our mind being the ruler of the realm, our mind dictating that we have to plan things out and only in this way can we achieve something. But no, I mean, ask yourself, look at the examples of people in this world who have just been given opportunities on the golden platter, right? Here in your case, I'm not seeing that your advice is like, go, go, go and work so hard on your creative idea. Instead, what I'm seeing is you are deciding to make a commitment to creativity, to joy and excitement in one way or another. You perhaps are detaching from the outcome and not really telling anyone about it just because it's personal and just because you don't want other people's energy to mess with it. Honestly, I think this is also a card of advice. I'm gonna be honest with you, pile number 3. A lot of the times when we transition and we make big changes in our lives, it's best not to share those plans with people who might be triggering of our old identity, just because why even share, when you can show them the results here very soon. Pile number 3, clearly your intuition and synchronicity is guiding you somewhere now. So please allow it to guide you. Allow it to move you towards your enthusiasm, and you will see that the moment you start following with your enthusiasm, even if it makes no sense, okay, that still will open the door for opportunities to come your way. You will see that this cycle that you were stuck in is ending, and you have actually orchestrated this massive change. And I can tell you, pile number 3, you're going to be so proud of yourself, because this choice card here is never easy, okay? I just want to say this is like an equivalent of the Lovers card. Basically, it's a choice that is difficult to make. A choice where we can say, okay, like this is the easy path, the conventional path, and this is the path that's true to us, right? And you decide to really say, you know what? I don't care what the society says. I don't care what my mom says. I don't care what anyone says. There is a truth that I know, and I can no longer survive denying it to myself, and I really need to honor that. And because you're honoring that, because you're making the right choice, all of these changes are basically coming into your life. So yeah, pile number 3, please really try to emotionally regulate yourself through this transition, because transitions are never easy for our ego to deal with. We don't like change from our ego's perspective, right? Because ego just likes to be in the comfort zone of the known. But clearly there are signs that you're receiving. I mean, maybe you're getting synchronicity in numbers. Maybe you're just, you're like, okay, all of a sudden I have been a writer my whole life, but all of a sudden I'm like into music and now I want to be a musician. What is that about, right? Maybe you're feeling like this is entirely irrational. I'm 30 years old and I can't be a singer, right? I didn't discover this talent until now. What do I do with it now? Well, pile number 3, it doesn't matter, because as long as you're following with your excitement, okay, don't try to figure out things intellectually here with detachment. Really detach intellectually and just try to follow with what your heart is telling you now, because you will quickly see that following your heart absolutely shifts your perspective upside down and gives you the new life that you have been asking for this entire time. So yeah, pile number 3, this is a pretty unique message. It seems like you yourself are orchestrating this change in your life by following your intuition, by following synchronicity, and by following your excitement, and you're ready for this new journey because you're done with your old life. You've integrated the shadow, and it's a completion of a cycle, right? Because what follows number 12, 13? What is 13 associated with? Death, the end of the cycle, right? You've integrated the shadow, you're ready to go through the death card or the end of a cycle and a new one, and you're ready to be reborn in this life of yours that is truly yours, with the world and the chariot here. You will be so proud for making this difficult choice here. You will be so proud for not listening to anyone else, for not listening to what is the most rational thing or the most objective thing to do. You will be so proud that for once You said no to what everyone else is saying and thinking and what society tells us to do, and you decided that, no, you know what? I don't have to do it the way that you guys are telling me to do it. I'm gonna do it my way because I have the secret little sauce, and that's called my connection to the source. The source is guiding you. So please allow those synchronicities to lead you to the life of your dreams, because it's only when we are in balance with the universe energetically can we truly experience peace and joy and living within our destiny, right? So yeah, pile number 3, congratulations. The wish that's coming true for you is you moving yourself out of a painful cycle and you ending some sort of a chapter, you making a difficult choice to follow your heart, and you receiving the manifestation of this choice. Obviously for all of you this is different, but clearly you just following your excitement somehow results in an upgrade in your financial reality as well. So yeah, pile number 3. I think this is all that I see here. Thank you so much for doing this reading with me. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.